You are now listening to Rings Kings Boxing World Flash Report.
All right, let's move on to the final news item that I have on Ring Kings Boxing, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in with me on this one. And listen, all I could tell you at the end of the day, family, is that this just won't go away. And I think Devin, Haney, and them just need to just leave this alone. All right. They've already put the paperwork in. Devin, Haney, take a break. Go do what you got to do. Clear your head and come back out and start doing it. You're still a champion. And like I said, everybody loses. It loses. Everybody loses. Well, most fights lose. Very few. I mean, Mayweather never lost. Okay. Rocky Marciano never lost. But there are a handful of fighters that never lost a professional bout. A lot of the greatest that we consider great fighters lost a fight. They lost several fights. You see, Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali, on and on and on, whoever you got. The greatest fighters lost a fight before, and it's how they rebounded from the loss. So Devin Haney needs to understand that concept. And the crazy part about it, even though if he's tapped with the loss, he still retains his belt. So we need to just leave this stuff alone. Let the boxing organizations handle this how they're going to handle it. And let's just move on, man. Let's move forward and get this going, because nobody wants to see this anymore. This is a bunch of, junk. If Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney, wants Ryan Garcia banned from the sport of boxing. And I'm like, oh, listen, whatever they find out, we know about the samples coming back dirty and all this kind of stuff. And we heard what Ryan Garcia was saying, but my goodness, man, this is starting to sour on our ears. It was a fight in which Ryan Garcia came in overweight. He had to pay extra money to Devin Haney. Devin Haney took the wrong approach in the fight. Garcia beat him up pretty bad, knocked him around, ragdolled him. Let's just move on. Let's just move on and get the next thing going. You're still the champion, in which you can, thank your lucky stars for, because at least he didn't take the belt alone. You still have hold of the titles. So let's just move forward on something else. But Bill Haney wants Garcia literally banned from the sport of boxing. Let's kind of delve into this one here and see what he's talking about. As Devin Haney's father, Bill, says he wants Ryan Garcia out of boxing due to his positive test for the banned substance PED Ostarine from his win last April. Interestingly, Bill wants Ryan completely out of the sport, which means Haney, who's 31-1 with 15 knockouts, won't get a chance to avenge his loss and pick up the biggest payday possible. The defeat will stay in family members' mind forever unless Haney avenges it. Of course, if Bill isn't confident that his son can win, it's understandable why he would want the campaign to have Ryan Garcia out of the sport. Now, the New York State Athletic Commission still needs to meet to decide whether to suspend, ban, or clear superstar Ryan Garcia, who's 25-1 with 20 knockouts. Now, Ryan's team revealed that they took a hair sample that returned negative. So the New York Commission could potentially clear Ryan if they feel the hair follicle test proves his innocence, which if they do that, that could be the case. Haney would have to move on and live with the loss on his record. Even if it were removed, the defeat would still be there, and his career would just be a tarnish regardless. Ryan exposed Haney for having a fragile chin and zero punching power. That's what the writer said. I'm not going to say Devin Haney has zero punching power, because Devin Haney has 15 knockouts on his resume. He's not a knockout dude. Devin Haney's a good fighter. He's a guy that does show some power. And I'm not going to say that he has zero knockout power. I don't know what this writer's problem is with him, but what I will say is that ask Regis Prograis, does he have punching power? And Regis is a hell of a fighter. And Devin Haney came in there and he kind of imposed his size and he kind of beat up Regis. But then he got just due desserts on the opposite end when Ryan Garcia came to town and kind of ragdolled him a bit. And I haven't seen anybody ragdoll Devin Haney like that. But at the end of the day, I think you just need to move on. Even if he has the one loss on his resume and they have to stay with the one loss, it's okay. You still have the titles, and move on with your life. If you want to fight Ryan Garcia again, that would be definitely this. And the writer's right on that second fight would be a humongous fight. It would be a super draw. right there to see Garcia and Haney again. That would draw it because the attention, this whole spectacle that's placed around it. The rematch could be ridiculous. This could be his biggest payday ever. So, and then it will work for Devin Haney because not only will he get paid because he comes in as a champion, but it also does mean he has an opportunity to avenge the one loss. So it makes sense for in my perspective for Bill just to, just leave that alone because they've already issued legal paperwork to the commission saying that that loss should be removed from Devin Haney's record because of Ryan Garcia testing a certain kind of way. But if he's cleared, you have to keep that L and you have to move on. So, like I said, let's just move past this. See if we can get a rematch going. Devin stepped his game up because that was the wrong game plan to utilize against Ryan Garcia. And I think to a degree, just a degree, I think Devin Haney came in this fight and underestimated Ryan Garcia. He thought Ryan Garcia was a one-punch wonder, in which Ryan Garcia was pretty much a one-punch wonder. He did a lot of the same stuff we expected him to do. But Devin Haney can't walk into his power shot, man. But I got to give Devin Haney credit for getting up. Because even Ryan Garcia said it. He said, I cracked him pretty good. I thought I busted his nose. I cracked him pretty good. And he kept getting up. So you got, for people that's making fun of Devin Haney and the Haney's, man, Devin Haney has the heart of a champion, even though he lost his fight, in my opinion, because it was the wrong fight. But Devin Haney kept getting up against Ryan Garcia's best punch. And that's a hell of a punch. That's a punch from God. And he was still able to get up from that shot. So, he just has to fight a different fight where he stays away from Ryan Garcia's best punch, which is that hook. Stay away from the hook. Watch for the hook. But outside of that, man, what do you guys think, man? What do you think about Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney, saying that he wants Ryan Garcia banned from the sport? I absolutely don't agree with Bill on this at all. I don't agree with Bill Haney at all on this. I think that's a bad look for Bill to do. I don't think he should be looking to have to be trying to get the man. I don't know what people be thinking, man. But let me see if I can get him here. Hold on just a second. Let me get Bill Haney tuned up. You can hear from him yourself. Here we go.
You know what? As a Haney, he has to feel amazing being that the guy was on steroids. Devin went down 3 times. And you can honestly see that if you couldn't knock him out all the way out and stop him on steroids, what could you have done if the fight was fair? So with us, as alhamdulillah, you always can see the silver lining in things. And our silver lining is the fact is we know that we're fair. We know that we work hard. And we know that we're committed, and we know that we're examples for the kids. And he talked about he was for the kids. You can't say that you're for the kids and you're taking shortcuts.
Bill, do you guys want to do it again? Do you want to rematch Ryan Garcia or no?
I mean, of course, Ryan Garcia has proved to the people that he's uncontrollable. I mean, he said that he drank. He said that he smoked. I mean, he said now that he loves steroids, that he takes steroids, that he's taking ostarine. I mean, clearly, there's nothing that you can do with this guy but get him out of the sport. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing for sports in general. It's a terrible thing for boxing. You see me with my kids. I don't know what to explain, what to tell them. You know what I mean? The Haneys, we're fair. We're fair. We believe in hard work. And I feel undermined for him to sign up to do this and now to make a mockery of the sport. It's just it's terrible, Mike.
Bill, have they said anything to you or the athletic commission about what's going to happen with the decision? Is it going to be overturned? Is it made a no contest? What's happening? What have they told you, and what should happen?
You know what? Like any other things, any other the people that have been caught cheating, whether it's Lance Armstrong stripped and you know what I mean. Marion Jones was stripped of her gold medals, and I believe that she even had to deal with civil and criminal. You know what I mean? Like I teach my kids and I teach my family hard work. You know what I mean? Traveling down the straight path. Of course, you know what I mean. I grew up different, but I want to be an example of change, and I want my kids and all the other kids around the world to have a fair opportunity and to not be cheated.
Bill, you mentioned there some other people, really prominent athletes who had been caught cheating in the past, and yes, some of them have dealt with actual criminal action. The saying goes, you don't play boxing, and your son, Devin, could have been seriously hurt in there. We've seen terrible things happen in boxing rings before. Do you believe that there should be, if ostarine is an illegal substance, should there be a criminal investigation? Should there be criminal charges here because of what could have potentially happened to Devin in there, assuming that Ryan did have an advantage in the ring?
I mean, Ryan violated every known rule or code of conduct. He openly said that he went out and bet on the fight, but openly knowing that he was cheating, right? He's cheating and betting. So he's defrauding more than just the people of boxing. Seems like to me he would be defrauding casinos, gamblers, sports betting books, everything alike. I mean, we're fair. We're fair. I mean, and of course he wasn't. You would think if it's such an historic amateur rivalry, 3-3, that you would expect that something different out of him. But you see a lot of people that are supporting this. You know what I mean? And I don't believe it's the future. I don't believe it's the kids. I believe that it's a conscious effort by the old guard to keep a guy in the sport that's dirty.
All right, it's Bill Haney, man. And listen, this is commentary on this item. I know TMZ loves to not let you use some of these clips, but this is commentary. This is commentary on what Bill Haney's saying about Devin and Ryan Garcia. The reality is, this was the build up to the fight. Ryan Garcia was very untraditional with a lot of stuff. He was smoking, drinking. He came in overweight in the fight. It was disrespectful to a lot of fighters for him to come in as heavy as he did. He had to pay extra money. He lost the opportunity to fight for the belt, but ultimately he goes in there. He beats up Devin Haney. Haney agrees to it. Haney gets pretty much embarrassed. He still was allowed to keep his belt. So if Ryan Garcia was more disciplined, Ryan Garcia would be the champion right now. If he came in underweight like he was supposed to, Ryan Garcia would be holding the belts right now. That's how crazy this whole situation back then. But the thing is, Bill Haney, there is no bigger fight than the second fight for Ryan Garcia. What does Devin Haney go after this? I mean, if Devin's a champion like I think he is, because I actually like Devin Haney. I like Bill Haney's. I think the Haneys are good people. But at the end of the day, I still think that if you're thinking about how things should play out, that you don't deprive Devin Haney of an opportunity to avenge his loss to Ryan Garcia. I think if he comes in with the proper plan, he could beat Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan Garcia, Ryan Garcia came in and Ryan Garcia wasn't active through all of those rounds. But when he was active, Devin Haney had nothing to keep Ryan Garcia from coming at him. Like I said, it's like he walked through a lot of Devin Haney stuff. He really did. Remember, and that's the strange part about the fight. It's like at times Ryan Garcia would just shell up and turn his back and do weird stuff. But when Ryan Garcia wanted to attack Devin Haney, there was nothing Devin Haney could do about it. There was nothing. He couldn't keep him off. It wasn't nothing that he could throw at Ryan Garcia that told him, listen, I better chill out with this. When he used what I call the berserker mode, when Ryan Garcia went into berserker mode, there's nothing that Devin Haney could do to stop him. So he would have to fight a more disciplined fight. And I've seen Devin Haney fight really smooth, slick, disciplined fights. He would have to keep his temperament under control. He would have to approach it a lot differently than what he did the first time around, because I think definitely Devin Haney underestimated. I think the Haneys did underestimate Ryan Garcia. They looked at him as a one-hit wonder, a one-punch wonder with the hook, and that was true. Ryan Garcia was a dude that basically relied on his hook, but why would he not rely on the hook when you going right into it? So to me, and most boxing family members, that second fight would be probably one of the biggest fights in terms of sales, because all of the stuff that happened with the first fight, all of the stuff that happened after the first fight leading into what could be a second fight, all of this stuff serves as promotion work. You couldn't buy any better promotion than this second fight. So if I'm Bill Haney and I'm Devin Haney, I'm meticulously looking at what's going to happen, and based on whatever decisions that the commissions make, because I know the Haneys sent paperwork to the commission to have them to throw out the loss. But if they decide that he's clean based on the hair test, then you have to live with the L. There is no dishonor in losing a fight. The dishonor is how you come back from the fight. I'm going to say it again. There is no dishonor on how you lose the fight, but it's how you come back from the loss is what counts. And this would gain Devin Haney a lot of respect, even more respect than he's already, that's been given, this will really set him on another level. Like, remember Devin Haney lost to Garcia. They beat him up. He got back up after being flowed several times in the fight, and then goes in and beats Ryan Garcia in the matchup. In the rematch, avenges his loss. That's it. Moves on to the next fight, retains his belts. That's a great story to have, because the great ones lose. All great ones lose. It's how you come back from it. Like I said, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali, who you got? Joe Louis, all the greatest, the ones that you call the greatest at their classes. The majority of these fighters have lost fights and came back and are considered some of the greatest in the sport. So it's no dishonor in losing. It's how you lose and how you come back from a loss, because everybody falls down at times. Everybody has issues and errors and fall down. It's how you come back is what make you who you are. So like I said, man, I would want to see that second fight, no doubt about it. Will it happen? It's a lot of stuff going on right here. But if Devin Haney and Bill Haney are thinking about money and getting money, there is no bigger fight than the rematch between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Because Ryan Garcia already said that he'll give him the fight. Now, was he talking mess? I don't know. But I think Ryan Garcia would definitely want to give him another shot. And I think that's something they should be looking at this time around. Devin Haney, don't take him lightly. Don't listen to all of the stuff, because he might all of the I ain't gonna say crazy stuff, because he was saying some real stuff. Ryan Garcia was saying a lot of real stuff. Now, was he serious about it? That's a whole nother thing. But not getting off kiltered or thrown off by some of the antics that he was doing and the things that he would say and all this kind of old stuff. Just handling it a certain way, ignoring it, but at the same time saying this guy's dangerous and giving him your best game, literally dissecting his game, because Ryan Garcia is not a difficult fighter to put on tape and break down. He really isn't. You just can't walk into his punches. You can't walk into the hook. You can't be served up on a plate like that to his best punch. You got to do better than that. But anyway, that's all I got on today's Ring Kings boxing episode. Listen, fam, do me a service. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And by all means, feel free to make Ring Kings Boxing one of your favorite boxing shows where you get all your latest news. And listen, fam, we'll be doing these every Sunday. I know today's Monday, Memorial Day, but we'll be doing these every Sunday, man. Full out Ring King Boxing episodes like we used to do. Shout out to my brother, my partner, Eddie Too Mean Johnson. Rest in power to that brother. He was a co-creator of Ring Kings Boxing. I'm still carrying these on with him in mind. So thank you. Shout out to my brother. Rest in power. With that being said, fam, y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one. Much love and peace.
Subscribe now and make Ring Kings Boxing your source for all the latest fight news.